behind me are the Joydeco No Tools, No Drill cordless roller shades. Now it comes with these instructions here. It tells you how you can install them with no tools or drills or anything like that, or how you can do it with the mounting. I'm going to be showing you the mounting, but I also cover the drill portion as well. I love the fact that they are cordless. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and if you've seen any of those videos where kids somehow end up caught up in the cords, it just terrify you. So basically, we always had command strips up where we would hook the strings. They go up nicely like this. Crazy light to be able to move up, you guys. Nice little close-up of the fabric. Okay, here it all is. Nice and soft, bouncy and fun. Of course, you can go ahead and use the handle to bring it back on down, just like so. But if you want to stick around and see how this works when it comes to installing, we're going to cover that next. Let's cover a few basics about how to assemble these blinds. So first, you're going to have these right here. You're going to take the 3M off, and then you're going to face the sticky side in, and you are going to end up putting them right here, okay? And you're going to do it on both sides of the roller blinds, okay? So when you're installing this, by the way, one side is a little wider than the other. So this side here on the left is wider than this side here on the right. So notice this part's wider, that part's thinner. So you're going to want to make sure that you line up the thickness with it so that way it fits all nice and perfect right there. And obviously make sure you remove the 3M. Keep in mind, once you do mount this, whether you decide to use the mounting brackets or whether you decide to just use the tension, you're going to want to make sure that this hole is facing forward, okay? Now, whenever you have the proper tension, you're going to use this little thingy right here to cover up the hole to make it look all nice and pretty and complete. And you are going to be using this tool that they provide to get into this little hole right there to basically be able to make it bigger or smaller. And sorry about the dirty hands, guys. I was doing some plumbing stuff earlier and cannot get it off. One other thing to note is this handle. I would install it last just so that way you have it in the position that you want. But basically they have a nice little note here. It says make sure that you install the handle right here. And once you install it, it cannot be removed basically. So once you put it on here, you're not going to be able to take it off without breaking the handle. So just make sure that you have it in the right position. Now, due to the nature of the window I'm installing these on, I don't want to use the tension portion, so I'm going to go using the tools route because obviously I don't want to trust the middle to hold itself on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and use their bracket here. You have the option if you want to do an outside of the window pane bracket, but I want it to be inside, okay? Now, naturally, I'm not going to drill into my windows here, okay? So I'm going to line it up right about here, and I am going to use this hole right up here to secure it to the top of my windowsill. All right, as you can see here, I've got them all hooked up right here. So I'm going to go ahead and slip the brackets in. If you're wondering what it looks like to be able to slip these in, okay, is this portion right here, these springs. You can close them like that, okay? Now basically what you're going to end up doing is you are going to hook this portion right here onto the back, okay? And then this little portion here onto the front. So you're going to slip this under right there, squeeze, and then this portion right here is going to hook right in there, and then that is what's going to hold these blinds up. Or of course you can do the no tool route where you adjust and then allow it to kind of just be tense, and which I would use that route if this was a single window, but since it's a double, I'm going to go ahead and use the hardware. All right, let's go ahead and get this one mounted. Everybody say hello to Dolce. Make sure, remember that the whole portion is here facing forward. There we go. Let's go ahead and install that handle. Quick tip, whenever you're installing the handle, go ahead and tilt the blinds towards you, install the top of it, and that'll make putting the bottom on it 10 times easier. Go ahead and show you guys how it looks when I lift. It is insanely easy to lift these. I don't even really have to put too much pressure. Just goes right up. And then you can either use your hand there or, of course, the handle. There it goes. Nice and pretty, guys.